Hello everybody. This is a quick update on the cryptocurrencies here, mainly with the Bitcoin. But I'm looking as well at the other cryptocurrencies, the macro caps and the altcoins. So let's have a look here at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is basically defining the market type. So as long as Bitcoin remains here in this sideways range and in this consolidation, I don't see a lot of potential for all other coins, like for the crypto market as a whole. So let's have a look here at Bitcoin. That's a daily chart. So we're in a sideways consolidation. This is a 10,000 US dollar big, very big psychological number. So price, you can clearly see how price gets there, how important this number is. So price gets there, shies away, gets there, shies away, goes through, backs off, right? So it's a battle with the 10,000 number basically. We can see that on the weekly chart. Well, this line has been very important throughout the last couple of years, right? So no, sorry, that's kind of the last year. We have, well, as well here on the monthly, I remember well in 2017. So that was an important number all the years back, basically. So we're still fine, and on the monthly, one can nicely see how price is oscillating around that big number, right? It's fighting, so that's a test of the 10,000 falls away. It's another test. So price is struggling to go above the 10,000, but it's nice actually. Each struggle actually here gives us another great stop run level. So these act as magnets, and if price actually can break these levels of resistance that can be broken, like they're not that strong. That price should reject at those levels. So I'm actually very happy to see those, because these are stop run levels. And once price is able to go above these levels, well, the stop run will occur and we see a surge in price, like a surge higher in price. But for the time being, we are in this sideways consolidation. And I quite like that, because that's my future system too, the turtle pattern. So in order for this to trigger, well, this last dominant high, this one needs to be broken higher, and then there should be a fairly a good probability that we are like, once this prior high is broken, that we actually see that this consolidation comes to an end. So let's quickly move one lower, like the 4-hour chart, and I would the 4-hour chart, and I just would like to show you this. So we're basically here in a distribution phase, right? So we see these spikes on the lower side with wicks. So these are rejection wicks on the bottom, and we see another rejection wick here, just a recent one, this time on a higher level. So that's a distribution phase. So there, well, this tells me that there are big buyers, maybe institutions, accumulating at around this level. As big buyers are moving the market, well, they have to buy in tranches, and I think that's what we are seeing here. That's this accumulation phase, and this phase, well, it can be seen. It's basically this rounded shape here on the daily chart. Now, putting that into perspective for the weekly, well, that looks kind of scary. Well, that's a corona scare, a spike to the bottom. But as you might remember, that was my target area from back here. Price get into this target area while it held. That was a scary time, and recovered really quickly, right? And now we're again here up at the 10,000 level, so that looks quite good. Well, either now we're breaking higher. Well, price has the power to break higher. Well, that's my signal level if that gets broken. But I rather expect actually that we see a dive lower towards this green level. That would actually make it a really nice balance pattern. But we'll see. Whatever comes first, that's what I'm going for. So once this triggers, well, that's kind of the first buy signal. Now a next buy signal is this high. This high needs to be broken, and the last one, well, it's this bar. As you might remember, that was in October last year. This huge 24-hour, that's a very big bar that has formed in 24 hours. So this has to be, this is the last high, right? That's the higher than the other one. So this is a lower high and this is a lower high. So ultimately, this needs to get broken. So that's around 10,500. This needs to get broken, and then that's basically the bullish case for the monthly to start to make first a new high above the 14,000, and then make a new all-time high above the 20,000. And I'm very bullish. I think we are seeing the 25,000 within within this or next year, and even seeing higher prices than that. Let's have a quick look here at macro caps. Well, it's an altcoin, but I prefer to call those macro caps because they're really big ones. So Ethereum looks very constructive. Here on the weekly chart, it has made this false break on the bottom and recovered. I really like these moves because a lot of people are shaken out of the market. They start to panic once the last low gets broken, and strong hands take over basically. I was hoping that we actually make a new low below this low. This would have been even a stronger signal. Well, this didn't happen, but that's fine. Currently here it's sitting below the 200 moving average, and it's really nicely forming. Well, it's in an uptrend here on the daily, right? Really nicely building its pattern, one pattern after another pattern. That's a system one pattern. And these are the strongest pairs, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's have a look at another macro cap, Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash has made this false break on the bottom too, but it was not able to recover that nicely. It's basically finding resistance here at the 200 moving average, the blue line, and as long as it resists like breaking higher, well, that's a sign of weakness. And I've put my alarm here. I want to see that price actually breaks. Definitely breaks above 21 and breaks the last high. And on the monthly chart, you can see how that looks terrible weak. So there's no bullishness at all. So I'm not very favorable for neither Bitcoin Cash nor Litecoin, which is this one. This has made a new low, but not a new low below this low that I was hoping for. And we can see how it's not showing any strength. Well, I'm having Ripple here. I'm not very interested in Ripple, and well, we can see why. It has actually made a new low. Right, it has made a new low, and it doesn't show any strength. And as well here the monthly chart, well, it's completely depressed, coming down from 3.5. So I'm not very interested in Ripple for the time being. Well, let's have a look at some of those examples, because we had some altcoins that were actually really nicely moving higher. Once they had made a new low, like Cardano. So Cardano has broken to a new low. That's what I was hoping for, right? For most of the cryptocurrencies. So this is what happened, and immediately, well, that's a test and a strong reaction to the other side, running for those stops, right? So that's the stop run move above this one and above this one, and I'm hoping for something like this for Bitcoin and Ethereum to come in. Let's have a look at another example. Digibyte, same thing here, right? We've made a new low, and then went for a stop run move, and so we have got the first altcoins that are actually moving nicely. Well, now we have to wait for Bitcoin to break important levels. And well, Ethereum could be a front runner, and then other macro caps need to follow, like Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin need to show strength here on the weekly chart. And then as the market turns more and more bullish, well, we'll see other altcoins performing really well. So which altcoins do I have on my stalking list? So this one, IOTA, right? So IOTA has made it to new lows, and there is an S1 pattern here on the weekly chart. So this looks pretty good. The stop runs are still intact, so there's a lot of potential to this. Then this one, Golan, same thing. It has broken to new lows and recovered, but not sufficiently to show a lot of strength, which might come. Same thing here. It has broken to new lows. I'm ignoring this wick here, by the way. And let's have a look at another one. Power Ledger, Tesla made a new low and starting to break higher. I mean, these are still look very bearish on a monthly chart, but that's where the big potential comes from. What we see here on the weekly might be a very early stage of a new uptrend that has formed, and I see this as an S1 pattern here on the monthly and an overall S1 pattern. Same for the others. This is an overall S1 pattern, etc. IOTA, let's have a look at IOTA as well here. This is an overall S1 pattern with great stop run levels all along the way here on the monthly chart. So once they start to trigger first stop run level, second stop run level, well, there's a lot of potential to go much higher. So this is it basically. First, the cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, the main coin, needs to show strength, and then everything else will basically follow. So let's see how that turns out. Thank you.